The man that aspires to marry must first of all possess the patience of a pet owner. Welcome to section 6 of chapter 29 of the Holy Quran, chapter 29 being Surat Ankabut or the spider. Let's go. وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا نُوحًا إِلَى قَوْمِهِ. We did send Noah. We did send Noah to his people. إِلَى قَوْمِهِ. فَلَبِثَ فِيهِمْ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ. فَلَبِثَ فِيهِمْ أَلْفَ سَنَةٍ. And he tarried among them 1,000 years. Tarried is spelled Tarried. 1,000 years. Alpha Sanatan. Illa Hamsina. Aman. Illa Hamsina. Amen. Aman. 1,000 years minus 50. 1,000 years minus 50. That's 950. 1,000 years less 50. 1,000 years less 50 in this text. 1,000 years less 50. That's making it 950. فأخذهم الطوفان. فأخذهم الطوفان سفينة. فأخذهم الطوفان وهم ظالمين. Pardon me, I was reading the wrong line. فأخذهم الطوفان وهم ظالمون. Then the deluge overwhelmed them while they sinned. We have brackets there. While they persisted in sin. Persisted in is in brackets. فأخذهم overwhelmed them. أخذهم overwhelmed them. Asa atufatu. But the deluge, Deluge. Let's put it like Duluge. Dulege. Deluge. Deluge. Atufatu. The note read is 3437. 1,000 years less 50. The story of Noah and his flood is not told here. The story of Noah and his flood is not told here. It is told in other places, e.g., see chapter 11. I think that's Hood. Signs 25 to 48. Or chapter 26. Or chapter 26. Signs 105 to 22. I don't know. Well, Signs 105 to 22. Maybe 105 to 122. I don't know. But here it says Signs 105 to 22. Chapter 26. think that is Ashurawa. I think so. I think that's Ashurawa. I can't find it. Okay. Full stop. It's only referred to here to point out that Noah's period lasted a long time, 950 years. Compare Genesis chapter 9, verses 28 to 29, or verse 28 and 29, where his whole age is declared to have been 950 years. Mm. Uh, take note of this whole age, where his whole age, uh, whole, Whole, where his whole age has to have been 950 years. Mm. I remember here, it is not his whole age that is talked of. It is rather what he he tarried. He tarried with his people. I think there's a difference here. There is not, I think. His whole age. And here in the text, it is he tarried with his people. So let's take note of the wordings. Okay, where his old age is declared to have been 950 years, of which 350 years were after the flood. Okay, of which 350 years were after the flood. And that is in brackets. Compare Genesis is in brackets. Full stop. In spite of this long period, his contemporaries failed to listen and they were destroyed. But the story of the ark remains an everlasting sign and warning to mankind, dash a sign of deliverance to the righteous and of destruction to the wicked. And that's not 3437 to sign 4. And let's go to sign 15 without a note. فأنجيناه وأصحاب السفينة فأنجيناه وأصحاب السفينة. But we saved him and the companions, Sahaba, of the ark, and companions of the ark, Ashaba السفينة. وجعلناها وجعلناها آية للعالمين. وجعلناها آية للعالمين. And we made the ark. Ark is in brackets. It's not mentioned in the Arabic side. In the Arabic side, it is we made it. Okay, here we made the ark a sign for all peoples. Ayatan. Alamina. Alamina here is interpreted as all peoples. Let's go to the next sign, which is 16, with a note. وإبراهيم إذ قال لقومه اعبدوا Allah. And we also saved is in brackets. Without it, it reads, and Abraham, behold, we said to his people, Iskala Lekomihi, we said to his people, Ibudu Allah watakuhu. Ibudu Allah watakuhu. Serve God, Ibudu Allah, and fear Him, takuhu, and fear Him, God. Zalika khairun lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. Zalika khairun lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. That will be best for you, khairun lakum, best for you, if ye understand, in kuntum ta'lamun. Ye, plural ye. If in kuntum ta'lamun. The note to read is 3438. 3438. The story of Abraham has been told in various phases in different passages. Okay, like of Noah, the same thing has been said of Noah. Here too, we are told the story of Abraham has been told in various phases in different passages. Full stop. The ones most germane to the present passage are colon. Chapter 21, and that's Ambiai. Chapter 21, Signs 51 to 72. Then in brackets, he's being cast into the fire and being saved from it. Brackets closed. Semicolon. And chapter 19, Maryam, uh, Signs 41 to 49, into brackets, his voluntary exile from the home of his fathers, brackets closed, full stop. Here, the story is not told, but is referred to in order to stress the following points. Semicolon. Point one. I think there are just 2 points. Point one. Abraham's people only responded to his preaching by threatening to burn him, into brackets, 29, chapter 29, signs 16 to 18. We haven't gotten there yet. It will be, we haven't gotten there yet. Yes, no, we've started with 16. Signs 16 to 18. And I think 24. Signs 16 to 18, comma 24. Brackets close, semicolon. Then 2. Evil consorts with evil, but will have a rude awakening. Signs 29, chapter 29, this very chapter, sign 25, in brackets, semicolon. Then 3, I think there are 3 rather, or 4. Then 3, the good adhere to the good and are blessed, into brackets, 29, 30, 26 to 27, brackets closed, full stop. Note that the passage 29, 19 to 23 is a parenthetical comment, though some commentators treat a portion of it as part of Abraham's speech. 19 to 23. So take note as we get there. We are just about 3 signs away from it, or before it. 19 to 23. And that's note 3438 to sign 16. Let's go to sign 17, also with one note. إنما تعبدون من دون الله أوثانا. For ye do worship idols, أوثانا, besides God, من دون الله. or besides Allah. Mm? Uh, وَتَهْلِكُونَ, yes, وَتَهْلِكُونَ ifkan, وَتَهْلِكُونَ ifkan, and ye invent falsehood, ifkan, falsehood, talukuna, invent. Mm. إن الذين تعبدون من دون الله لا يملكون لكم رزقا. Uh, the things that you worship besides God will have no power to give you sustenance. Sustenance is rizqan. La yamlukuna, no power, to give you sustenance. To give you sustenance. Uh, oh, rizqan. La yamlukuna lakum rizqan. فابتغوا عند الله رزقا. فابتغوا عند الله رزقا. Seek sustenance rather from God. Then seek ye sustenance. Then seek ye sustenance from God. In the lie rizqan. Wa ibuduhu wa ishkuruhu. فاعبدوه واشكروا له فاعبدوه واشكروا له فاعبد- ف- لا- فاعبدوه واشكروا له. Mm. Serve him and be grateful to him. Serve him, اعبدوه, and be grateful to him. اشكروا له. إليه ترجعون. To him will ye, oh no, to him will be your return. To him will be your return. Ilehi turja'un. No 3439. It's against sustenance. Sustenance 3439. Sustenance in italics, colon. In the symbolic, as well as the literal sense, full stop. Seek from God all that is necessary for your upkeep and development, and for preparing you for your future destiny. Full stop. Lay all your hopes in Him, God, and lay all your hopes in Him and in no one else. Full stop. Dedicate yourselves to His worship. Full stop. He will give you all that is necessary for your growth and well being. And you should show your gratitude to Him by conforming your will entirely to His. This makes good meaning. To conform one's wish to God's wish simply means more or less to abandon your wish and follow His wish. And that's note 3439 to sign 17. Let's go to the next sign 18 without a note. Sign 18. وإن تكذبوا فقد كذب من قبلكم. But if ye reject, into brackets the message, but if you reject, so the generations before you. فقد كذب من قبلكم, before you. Generations. وما على رسول إلا البلاغ المبين. And the duty of the messenger is only to preach publicly brackets, and clearly, al-balagu, mubin, publicly, clearly. Let's go to the next sign. Mm, We are now getting to where we've been referred to, 19 to 23, where uh, some commentators think it's Abraham himself speaking. Let's see. 19. أو لم يروا كيف كيف يبدي الله الخلق. See they not أو لم يروا كيف how mm, كيف يبدي الله الخلق, how God originates creation. يبدو الله الخلق, how God originates creation. ثم يعيده ثم يعيده ثم يعيده, how God originates generation. Then then repeats it. يعيده ثم يعيده, then repeats it. إن ذلك على الله يسير. Truly, that is easy for God. This phrase appears several times in the Quran. Nothing is hard for God. Everything is easy for Him. Inna zalika ala Allahi yasirun. It's easy for God. Note 3440. Originates creation, then repeats it. 3440. The originating of creation is the creation of primeval matter, matter, full stop. The repetition of the process of creation goes on constantly. For at every moment, for at every moment, new processes are being called into being by the creative power of God. And according to his laws, indeed, my little biology tells me blood cells are being formed all the time. As I reach here, there is a process going on where new cells are being formed, and you, the viewer as well, in your body, according to his laws. And the final creation, as far as man is concerned, will be in the ma'at, when the whole world, as man sees, when the whole world, as man sees it, will be entirely newly created on a different plane. I think that's the hereafter ma'at, the return to him. We did it before, on a different plane, full stop. As far as God is concerned, there is nothing final, dash, no first and last. No first and last. Everything goes in a circle. You don't know where the circle begins. No first and last. For he is infinite. Full stop. He was therefore our first and will be after our last. He was therefore our first and will be our last after, or will be after our last. 3440. Let's go to the next sign, which is 20. What did the comment say here? Let's go back to the last note. To note, no, the note before the last, where 19 was mentioned. I.e., chapter 29, 19 to 23 is a parenthetical comment, though some commentators treat treat a portion of it as part of Abraham's speech. Uh-huh. So, so some commentators think that this is said by Abraham. In other words, that's 19 going. Okay, let's go to 30. Let's go to 30. Cool. Siru fil ardi fa inzuru kefa bada'a al halka. Travel through the earth and see how God did originate creation. Well, can this be said by Abraham? That's the question. Uh, Thumma Allahu yanshu an ansha'atan kulla. Thumma Allahu yunshu an nash'ata an nash'ata. So will God produce a later creation. Yunshu and Nasha will present a different creation. Sorry, I didn't complete the sentence. Yunshu and Nashata al Ahiratan al Ahirata al Ahiratu. Thumma Thumma Yunshu and Nashata al Ahirata. God, so will God produce a later generation. Al ahirata, later here. Mm. Al ahirata here is interpreted as later. Mm. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadirun. For God has power over all things. A beautiful, peculiar ending of a verse in the Quran, of many verses in the Quran. Mm. Let's go to, there is a notary, 3441. 3441. Travel through the earth, Siri fil arde. Travel through for the earth, Siri fil arde. 3441. Travel through the earth in italics, colon. Again, literally as well as symbolically, full stop. If we actually go through the wide earth, we shall see the wonderful things in the creation. Dash, the Grand Canyon and the Niagaras in America, beautiful harbors like that as Sydney in Australia, mountains like Fujiyama, Himalayas, and El Burus in Asia, and, and El Burus in Asia, the Nile with its wonderful cataracts in Africa, the fjords of Norway. Fjords here is spelled Fiords, in case I don't call it well. Fjords, I think so. The fjords of Norway, the Jesus of Ireland. Jesus is spelled Geysers. The Jesus of Ireland, the city of the midnight sun in Tromos, in Tromso. Tromso is spelled capital Tromsoe. In Tromso, the innumerable wonders everywhere, full stop. So if we travel through the earth, these are the sights that we should expect to come across or to see. Full stop. But wonders upon wonders are disclosed in the constitution of matter itself. Mm. I think I mentioned it, mm, where blood cells are being formed every time, all the time in our body, as food is being digested all the time, even while we sleep. Mm. So, uh, this disclose in the constitution of matter itself, the atom, and the forces of energy, as also in the instincts of animals and the minds and capacities of man. Full stop. And there is no limit to these things. Full stop. Worlds upon worlds are created and transformed every moment within and presumably beyond man's vision. Full stop. From what we know, we can judge of the unknown. From what we know, we can judge of the unknown. Mm. I think this means from what we know, we can imagine how the unknown will be. I think so. Pardon me if that's not the case. Mm. And that's note 3441 to sign 20. Mm. Let's see. Mm. And that's sign 3441. Yes, to sign 20. To sign 20. Let's now go to sign 21 without, no, with a note. Mm. Uh, يؤذب من يشاء ويرحم من يشاء. يؤذب من يشاء ويرحم من يشاء. No, يعذب من يشاء ويرحم من يشاء. يعذب من يشاء ويرحم من يشاء. يعذب من يشاء ويرحم من يشاء. Mm. Uh, he punishes whom he pleases. يعذب من يشاء, and he grants mercy to whom he pleases. ويرحم من يشاء. وإليه تقلبون. وإليه تقلبون. Uh, and towards him are we turned. تقلبون, and towards him are we turned. Note 3442. 3442. Towards him are we returned. 3442. I think Elehi took Laboon, this is in italics, is better translated towards him are we turned. And this is in double inverted commas. She has done it already. Eh? Mm. Towards him are we turned. Then towards him will it be your return. Mm. I would have thought it's the second one. Mm. I would have thought it's the second one. Mm. I would have thought that it is towards him will be your return. Elehi, uh, what is it? Elehi to Jaum. No, no. Elehi took Laboon. Elehi took Laboon. Mm. I would have thought it's the second one. Towards him will be your return. Mm. Uh, towards him will be your return. Yes, I would have thought it like that. I would have thought that Elehi tuklabun. Mm. Uh, uh, Elehi will towards him will be your return, as it implies not only the return of man to God in the hereafter, turja'un, in verse 17 above, but this in brackets, but also the fact explained in verse 22 that man's needs are always to be obtained from God. So the return actually implies also man's needs. Mm. Man's needs are always to be obtained from God. Colon. Mm. Man cannot frustrate God's designs and can have no help or protection except from God. I think we are delving into the next sign. Mm, And will have no and can have no help or protection except from God. Colon. Man has always to face God. Whether man obeys God or tries to ignore God, full stop. Man will never be able to defeat God's plan. No, full stop. According to his wise will and plan, he will grant his grace or withhold it from man. And that's no 33442 to sign 21. Let's go to the next sign 22, which happens to be the last sign of sign F section 2. وما أنتم بمجري وما أنتم بمعجزين في الأرض وما أنتم بمعجزين في الأرض. Not on earth. No, I haven't completed. في الأرض ولا في السماء. وما أنتم بمعجزين في الأرض ولا في السماء. Not on earth nor in heaven will ye be able fleeing to frustrate. Fleeing is in brackets without it. It simply reads, not on earth nor in heaven will ye be able to frustrate, then into brackets, his plan. I think here I should take the readings, I should read again with the brackets and without the brackets for us to have a better understanding of what we are reading. Not on earth nor in heaven will be, not on earth or nor in heaven will ye be able fleeing to frustrate his plan. The second one without the brackets. Not on earth nor in heaven will ye be able to frustrate. It ends there. Okay, let's go to the next sentence or the next phrase. وَمَا لَكُمْ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ مِنْ وَلِيٍّ وَلَا نَصِيرٍ مِنْ وَلِيٍّ وَلَا نَصِيرٍ. Nor have ye, besides God, any protector or helper. Protector, waliyin, helper, nasirun. Wala min. When the min comes, it becomes waliyin. wala nasirin. Uh, there's no note to read, and so no, there's no note to read, and so we end the section 2 of chapter 29 of the Holy Quran with sign 22. We shall stop here, pause here. When we come back in the next episode, we shall go to section 3, which begins with sign 23. Thank you very much. Bye bye. May God be with you all.